This is Inside the Film Room, powered by Echo Power Engineering.
Yeah, so we're in a second and 9 situation. This is the second overtime. We were able to have possession of the football first in the first overtime, so that obviously switches in the second overtime. So Southern Utah has the possession to start. Like I said, second and 9, what we call the black zone here, right around the 11-yard line. We do a really good job in number 1 in the back half, covering a post wheel concept. We're 3 for 3 with 3 verticals, really 4 for 4 with our backside corner, and then what that allows our ad player, Jose Knifley, to come in and really cut the pocket off, right, and turn this into more of a chaos scramble situation. So Knifley does a really good job. We'd love to see him come to balance and make the sack. But the great part about that, we talk about this all the time, is playing defense, man. It's truly a team sport. And when you have a lot of guys running towards the football, good things happen. So Javon ends up shaking loose here to the field, comes up with a huge sack, putting them all the way back to the 23-yard line, setting up a 3rd and long where we can really dictate terms after that. Coverage really good. We're like I said, we knew they like some switch verticals and post wheel concepts down there. We're in a coverage that was going to allow us to pass those off, and you got some guys playing with great vertical and horizontal leverage down, understanding where they're at in this area of the field and what concepts they're going to defend. So they do a really good job, obviously handling that vertical concept, and then also with a quarterback like this that can scramble and extend plays, doing what we call plastering in a scramble situation, staying on their matches, staying on their men, as that quarterback looks to improv and extend the play. This is the very next play following the sack. So 3rd and 21, again, second overtime. This is a situation where I think our culture's on display. We want to play for wins, and we've got a chance to maybe get it. 3rd and 21. A lot of people might play drop 8 or make a coverage call in this situation, and just say, hey, we're going to tackle this, cause a 4th down, and let these guys kick a field goal for us. We felt like we had the kicker backed up to the point where, man, if we can come after and create another negative play, we might put these guys out of field goal range. And again, we're being aggressive, and that's our style of football: fearless, fast, and physical. So we're going to play fearless, and I think it's really evident right here. We're in a pressure call. We're in pressure coverage. This quarterback's savvy. He knows exactly where to go with the football. It's a one-on-one on a really stinking good receiver, and Vaughn McIver does a fantastic job being in position down the field and then defending what I think is a really, really difficult pass. I don't think he gets enough credit because he's what we call in phase. He's on top and in dominant position of a vertical route. All right, the quarterback then is going to throw a back shoulder fade. Vaughn does a great job seeing that front shoulder disappear, all right, and playing this, shooting his downfield hand through his hand, that receiver's hands, and getting that big time breakup, causing a 4th down here in the second overtime. I think it's been evident. It's throughout the year. We break that down in terms of number of times guys have been challenged down the field, and Vaughn McIver consistently stands up, whether that's against a really talented receiver, Lyndon Wood, against the whole receiving corps at the University of Tennessee. So he's someone that I think is really tried and true. Not to say that he's not going to give up one here and there. What I'm really proud of is he gave up in a very similar call, gave up a big play at the first drive in the second half. So for him to come back, the relentlessness, the grit that he shows there, and then to go play a dang near perfect rep there, I think I can't speak enough about him. And also, like you said, we trust those guys. We trust him, Sedarius Doss, Christian Lewis, Ellis Ellis, whoever those guys are going to be out there. We're going to put them in one-on-one situations, and we're expecting them to go compete. Yeah, there's going to be times they're going to get balls caught in them, but a lot of times that's not going to be the case, and that's one right here. Tyler Long, if there's one word that I think you can describe him, he is a savvy player, man. He is slippery inside that box. So, like right here, this is just a classic zone play, something that we knew from our scouting that out of this formation, especially out of this shift, something that we were going to get. Tyler does a great job staying on the front side of the zone, being really, really patient, all right, finding a way to engage a blocker, but then also get himself clean to the point where he can make that play, make that tackle, for a 1.5, 2 yard gain. And, it's those routine plays that stack up, and that's how he ends up with a stat line like he does. A guy that understands what offenses are trying to do, understands our defense, and then has the athleticism and the wherewithal to manipulate his body and use his skill set to get to the football and what we call FOB, finish on the ball, finish on the ball, finish on the ball. He consistently does that. So that's a great clip that illustrates that.
This play right here, honestly, I'm just being patient, looking at the running back and his shoulders, to see where he gonna cut, when he gonna make that cut. So I was just being patient, waiting to the hole, because I knew he was gonna come to me because we slanting away from him. So he's gonna cut back to me. So I knew I just had to stay patient, wait till he come to me, and I just made a great play right there. That was a good play right there. That's what we do. That's what we hunt the football. That's our brand. We're just really fast and physical. We know that's what coach want us to do, and he know we gonna do it. That's one thing we gonna do is hunt the football. So run one right here. I just knew they was going to try to do one runway zone, and that's a play that's been getting to us lately because that's what Garner Webb had did. So I knew right here they was going to try to do it just to base out their alignment with what formation they was in. That's basically just the formation that everybody attack us in. So I knew I just had to stay patient and read his shoulders, and I seen him going out, so I knew I had to cut the ball off. And me and KT made great tackle right there. We just knew we had to get stops. We couldn't stop them in the first half. We knew coming out in the second half we had to get stops, and that's what our mindset was. And we knew if we got the ball back to the offense, they was gonna score. So that was our belief, and that's what we just kept believing. We just kept going out there and hunt the football. Right here, the play, I knew I was fitting off the third receiver, so I knew I was in the fit. So I was just reading the running back shoulders, and I see him going front side, and I seen the blocker come to me, so I just knew I had to cut him off, get into him, and just wait for him to come to me. And that's what he did. And as I was going down, I was trying to rip the ball up, but I couldn't do it. It just bring the momentum. We just knew we had to go out there and get a stop. We just got saved with him, the kicker missing the field goal. So we knew we just got lucky, and God gave us another chance to go out there, make a stop, and that's what we did. And get the box to the offense. We knew they was gonna score. So we don't have no doubt in our offense.
So on this play right here, I had a choice to read the defender to see what I was going to do. And I had seen the whole game that the safety was coming hard into the run fit. So me and Mike had talked about it already to run an in-breaking route on that. So once I seen the safety lower than his usual depth, I knew that I could beat my man across the middle. So coming off the ball, I was running, and I could have made that break and caught it. And I know some of the team gonna say I'm slow or whatever, but I was trying my hardest trying to unhitch that trailer. You know, the elevation in Utah different, so I was a little bit winded and got caught, but I'm glad I got to put my team in a great situation to start off the fourth quarter. As you can see there in the clip, man, it's big time, man. It's big time knowing that Mike always gonna have my back, and I know I'm always have his back. So just building that connection over this year and even last year is always great to just have somebody like a leader like that, a QB, to understand you and for you to be able to understand him. It just makes the offense run much, much smoother. Before this play, me and Goody was talking, and he told me immediately, he was like, Shaq, I don't care what happened right here, I'm letting it go. So as the play going, I'm just down the field, just like, man, I done already made my move and got behind my defender. So I'm just looking at Goody doing his thing or whatever. I just see Goody running and running, so I just remember what he told me. He told me he was gonna throw it, so I just stayed down there. Next thing I know, I see the ball coming, man. The ball coming, and I made the catch, man. Shout out to Goody for throwing that thing deep. I always knew he could, and it's good we finally got to connect on that play, because we've been trying to connect on that play for so long. I was really happy, bro, because I liked that play, and I knew that we could get him on that play because we always run like a screen, like our touch plan, like always screen. So if he seen me coming off to try to block him, I knew it would trigger, and I knew I was gonna be open. It was just if Goody was gonna throw it, but once he told me in the huddle that he was gonna throw it, I knew it was gonna hit, man.
I was about it, man. When Coach said, so we had just brought it up after the third quarter, like we always do before we start the fourth quarter, and we came together at midfield, and Coach came up to me. He's like, "How you feel about?" And I was like, "Coach, I feel great." And he was like, "Man, if you don't have it, throw it away, run out of bounds, live to fight another day." I was like, "Yes, sir." And I walked over to Shaq. I said, "Shaq, I'm throwing this ball to you." And so what happened, man? I rolled out, and I was like, "Dude, forward, he's got it, man. I got faith in him." And I bought a little time. Great play call. Phenomenal play call. Shout out to Coach Walton. So after the third quarter, we bring it up as an offense, we bring it up as a team, at the 50-yard line going into the fourth quarter, just because the fourth quarter is like is real pivotal for us, and we put a lot of emphasis on finishing the fourth quarter. And we bring it up as a team, and then we go into the huddle when Coach asked me, he's like, man, how do you feel about this play? How do you feel about the pass? And I just had confidence. I was like, Coach, I love it, man. I think we got a good shot. I think we got a really good chance. I think Shaq's going to go up and do what he does. O-line's going to protect their butts off, and everybody's throwing blocks out here, man. I told him I felt really, really good, and he told me if I don't have it, or if it gets a little foggy, then it just run or throw it away. We'll live to fight another day, but four-way test right there. I had faith. I had faith in my man Shaq, so I rolled out and trusted the play call and trusted Shaq and gave him a shot. And he did what he does. So I knew it was in the back of people's minds. So when he called it, I had full faith and I was ready for it. This isn't anything but just what we talk about all the time. It's just execution, because this look right now, necessarily, this isn't supposed to hit the way it does. We just got this route right here with Cam Thomas, and he does a great job of doing his job and running a full speed route because he can get the ball and really starting his role in this play. And like I said, this is just the importance of execution, man, and just being on time, because if this guy's really close to peeling off, but that's just 12 having faith in me and me having faith in 12 and doing my best to stay flat right underneath, and just execute, just doing what we're supposed to do, and then it hits and going to the end zone, baby. What's kind of slept on, underrated in this play, I feel like, it's his placement for the ball, because he puts it right here in my back hip, which is away from the defender. He protects me and protects himself, but just shielding the defender, putting the ball, further away from him, because you can see he punches at my upfield shoulder. So if he puts that in my upfield pocket right here, he might be able to punch and knock it out. Then we might not be having this conversation, but just him dropping back and planting his foot in the ground and delivering a strike to me. That ball. There's so much faith in this, because he lets that ball go, and I'm not even past that defender right there yet. And so he just trusts that I'm gonna, do what we practice all the time and run a full speed route and run all the way through the catch, which I did. And he trusted me, and having that faith is really what got us in the end zone right there. So it was a great ball by QB1. God be the glory, man. It was a lot. It was good to be able to be in that position for my team. But at the same time, it's more than just that. It's a team effort. Like JJ getting that conversion on 3rd and 13 on that check down. If that didn't happen, then like I said, we might not be having this conversation. So I'm glad I was able to convert and actually get in the box. But I would be doing a disservice if I didn't give my team the credit. Just being perseverant, man, and just being relentless and committed to our process. Not losing faith, because it all starts with belief. And at halftime, as a team, we all understood that we may not play the best half of football, but it wasn't over, and we just had to take it one play at a time. And taking it one play at a time got us to this point, and so we just had to continue to take it one play at a time and not think too much about trying to get all 21 points back at one time. So really, it was an awesome moment, just being able to convert that for my team, man. And, I'm just proud of my guys and excited. So
This is Inside the Film Room, powered by Echo Power Engineering.